this is Ashley,
And Cindy,
and this is Life for Dummies.
because we're real dumb.
Yes, we are. What are we talking about today, Cindy?
Well, I thought we should talk about being a bad person versus actually just having bad behaviors.
Oh, that's an excellent topic. Holy cow.
Yeah. So do you think, when you were out there doing what you were doing, did you think you were a bad person?
Absolutely not. No.
See, I thought I was. I thought I was a real bad person.
Oh, okay. Tell
Yeah.
me about it.
Well, I was not living a life that I was proud of. I was not proud of the way I was behaving, the things I was doing. It brought a lot of guilt and shame, And when I first started living this new way of life, I harbored a lot of guilt and shame, and it was hard to see myself as anything else but a bad person. And then someone said to me, you're not a bad person. You just did bad things, and you need to let that go and forgive yourself. And that was a really big, powerful moment for me.
That is powerful. For me, I got there eventually, but at first I just didn't even think I was a bad person. Meanwhile, I was totally doing really bad things. And it wasn't until I started this new way of life, mostly because I was forced into it, because I was dying, right? That I realized I did feel this guilt and this shame. And I did think that I deserved bad things because internally, subconsciously, I had believed that I was a bad person.
Yeah, and I think that, a lot of people I know that have struggled like you and I have, we have this belief that we are bad people. And you know what? Listen, I am definitely, not Mother Teresa up in here. I'm just going to say that. But, I did do some things to support my addiction and my behaviors that I am not proud of. But that does not define me as an individual. My addiction does not define me. My mental health struggles do not define me. I am on a daily basis able to figure out who I am and what I want out of life and become a better person on a daily basis because of these principles that we talk about. And that bad behavior does not define me because I have not been that person for a long time now.
For me, I knew I was doing bad behavior, but I wouldn't take the blame because I just, again, was so egotistical that I honestly just didn't think that I was a bad person, and therefore all of these bad behaviors were not my fault. I don't really know whose fault I thought that they were. Right? But then actually what happened to me is kind of a little bit different. It might be the same, but it's a little different where I then learned how to take responsibility for my bad behaviors. And once I took responsibility, then I became willing to do something different to get good results from good behavior.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if we are behaving in a manner which is acceptable and good, then good things will happen, right? If we're doing the next right thing, most likely the next right thing is going to happen. And we're going to get the results that we desire. When I first started this new way of life, I had no idea what I desired. I just was like, I just don't want to die. That's literally what brought me to my knees was was death. I woke up and it was like, I just don't want to die today. And that was a huge mind change for me. It was a shift in my thinking, and wow, like that's just, if you've never been there and you haven't woken up every morning and thought, wow, why am I alive again? How did I not do this? So I keep waking up. How does this keep happening? Then bless your heart. And I'm grateful you've never been there. But if you have, then let me tell you, I know where you're at and I know how dark and scary that can be. But there is hope and things can change and you're not a bad person. But the change starts and ends with you. What are you willing to do about your problem? We're here to help.
Right. And the bad behavior can be arrested just for today. And we can start to enact a better lifestyle for ourselves. And not only can we start to enact it, we can want it too. Because I know, like, I just want to have fun all the time, right? Like, who doesn't? I just want life to be not hard and things to just work out, okay? And, like, duh, who doesn't? Also, things are that way for me today. Life is not hard, things work out. And it was because I learned how to separate that bad person perspective from bad behavior, recognize that I have a disease of addiction that keeps me in chains, get out of those chains just for today to allow myself to start acting like a well mannered part of society, and then allow the good things to come into my life.
I love how you said that it's, it's the chains. And it is. It's chains. But here's the thing, like just because I have the disease of addiction, it is not an excuse for shitty behavior. That part right there, right? Once you know better, you have to do better. You can't use it as an excuse anymore. And that is the most frustrating thing. Like, yeah, okay, great. Like, okay, I admittedly am an addict, but today I'm an addict in recovery, right? I don't act out on those behaviors anymore. It is not an excuse. Is it an explanation as to why I used to do things that I did? Absolutely. But once I know better, I have to do better, and I have to stop using it as an excuse. Change those behaviors, get the results you want, get the life you've always dreamed of.
Right, because those desires that you have in your heart, whatever the desires are of this amazing, wonderful life, if it's in your heart, you can hold it in your hand. If you can see it, you can have it. It's just a matter of finding a way to get there, right? To stop the self sabotage and to allow ourselves to take responsibility for our life, which actually, in a very ironic way, doesn't mean try harder, work harder. It means surrender and let ourselves listen to other people who have gone before us and gotten what we want so that we can get it too.
Exactly. If you don't know what to do, then seek someone out who has the kind of life that you want. Yeah. We can help you. Subscribe. We can help you here. We can help you get everything that really want in life. And most of it is attainable, honestly, because all I ever wanted was to just be happy. All I ever wanted was to just not be a slave to a substance. And I will tell you that all those things have happened for me plus more. It's just unbelievable the life that I have today. And it was all because I let go of those ideas that I was a bad person. I let go of those ideas that my addiction was going to control me forever. No, absolutely not. It is a choice on a daily basis. And today I choose life.
And hope. And a way out.
I just want to be happy, joyous, and free today. And that's what Ashley and I want for you too.
You can get it. Join our membership. You'll get personal access to us. We'll be able to individually help each and every one of you.
We love you guys.